Shall we start the discussion? Hello.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So today we are discussing the quality assurance in road construction. If you look at the definition of quality, widely accepted definition of quality, or if you ask what is quality, the totality of features and characteristics of a product or services to satisfy stated or implied needs. So quality refers to the totality of the features and characteristics of a product or even services to satisfy stated or implied needs. Now, what is the product here in our discussion? Road is the product, and or the service. What is the service? The road user satisfaction or road user riding comfort. Road user comfort is the service that we are offering. So quality means end of the day, whatever that we manufacture, we construct, it should satisfy its intended purpose. Why do we construct road? So to have a safe, smooth, road for the passage of the road users, the passengers and the goods. So that is the intention. If the road we construct, if it is not serving its purpose, like it is not safe, it is not economical, it is not smooth enough, then that means it is not satisfying the needs. So that is the meaning of quality. Just by constructing the road, we cannot say we have constructed a quality road. End of the day, our customers, our road users should be satisfied. So there are two terms we use generally when we are talking about quality. One is quality assurance, the other one is quality control. Now let us look at quality assurance. So the quality of the product or the service should conform to the customer requirements, and that should be the focal point in managing the quality in all organization or in any project. So what is quality assurance? The road which we construct, end of the day, should meet the customer requirements. We have constructed the road, but that is not meeting the road user requirements, and then we say it's not quality assurance is not there. So quality of a product or service should conform to the customer requirements or road user requirements. And quality was often considered as conformance to the specifications based on detection at end of the product stage. Means to say, during construction, we do n number of tests, and after the test we report or we conclude, we tell that the materials, the mixers or the surface are as per the IRC or MOTX requirements, hence it's meeting the requirements and so satisfactory. That's how we always tell. So it is not just doing some tests and conveying, telling that it meets the specification, right? It is beyond that. Quality assurance is beyond that. So thus ensuring the conformance to the specified requirements of IRC MORTH through inspection and testing is not just the requirements, it is beyond that. So because of, if you take the recent if you, I mean last 10 years early or so, we were all doing the tests during construction, which is called quality control, right? Now it is not so. In the current projects we adopt what is called quality assurance. So if you look at the organizations or the projects, they all adopt quality assurance. So what is this quality assurance? It stresses on a planned and systematic working rather than simply relying on some tests and telling that the tests are, the results are meeting the requirements, specified requirements. So it stresses, the quality assurance stresses on planned and systematic working. Then comes the components of quality system. If you want to implement the quality assurance system, it involves many components. Number one, suppliers quality policy. So there should be commitment of the supplier of the materials, the mixers, machineries. So there should be commitment of the supplier to achieve and sustain the quality of the product to meet the purchaser needs. So the supplier should know before supplying the materials, the machinery, the mixers or anything, you should know what are the purchaser requirements, whether it is there in the purchase document or agreement or not, that is different. But the supplier should have that quality policy. You should supply the products, the materials or any such thing based on the purchaser requirements, and that should meet his specs, his requirements. That is very, very important. The supplier cannot tell because it is not there in our agreement, it is not there in our contract, so I have not supplied. So this is one important quality assurance policy or quality component of a quality system. There should be commitment from the suppliers, and there should, for that the supplier should have a quality policy. Same time, the same way, the purchaser also should have quality policy. Whoever is purchasing anything from the supplier, he also should have the policy. So you should have the commitment, the purchaser should have the commitment to purchase, to obtain the quality product that meets his needs, his requirements. So the purchaser quality policy includes the quality plan of the purchaser, to satisfy himself about the quality of the end product. So you should purchase whatever that is required to meet the quality of the end product. So you should satisfy himself. Yes, I am purchasing these materials, these mixers, these machineries, so that it meets my requirement in meeting the quality of the end product. So the purchaser should have a quality policy. And number three, when you look at the components of the the quality system, internal, number three is internal quality system. So this quality system includes internal quality systems of all concerned organization, including quality plan, quality assurance, control of non-conforming products, quality audits, corrective actions. So means to say, let's say the organization is executing the work. The organization should have the internal quality system. They should have a quality plan. They should have a quality assurance plan, and they should have a control over non-conforming materials, mixers, machineries, products. So they should have that control system. By any chance, if there is a non-control material which is not meeting the requirement is coming to the stockyard, so there should be mechanism to control that. There should be policy to control that. And regularly quality audit should be carried out. That should be the system of the organization. And if by any chance, if there are by any chance, if there are some non-quality products, materials is found, and there should be mechanisms, there should be policy, there should be system, there should be a process to take corrective actions within the internal quality assurance system. So if you look at all big organizations today, irrespective of the sector, whether it is road sector or a software sector or a mechanical factory, so they have all the internal quality assurance system, quality assurance system. And the fourth one is inspection and audit. So inspection and audit of internal quality system, mutually conducted quality control tests by independent third party, and such certification is important. Yes, the organizations have got internal quality control unit, and they're taking care of all the tests. They're taking care of all the non-conforming products. They are doing audits. They're taking correction actions. Yes, fine. But this internal quality system is consists of people within the organization, and they have the same boss, the same head. So always it is better one audit by an external agency, by a third party who is not concerned, who is not within the system. So, and certificate from him always gives a value addition, the value to the quality assurance system. So that is the reason, though all big organizations have got all this, they have their own internal quality assurance system. So they regularly conduct, periodically they allow the external agency to do the audit, external audit, and give their opinion with certificates. So this enhances the system, the quality assurance system. The quality system covers the total system policy, management responsibility, internal and external quality control, acceptance criteria, corrective action, documentation. So now let us look at the management responsibility. Management responsibility. Generally, the general managers and above, they are considered as management, VP, the directors, right? managing director. So they all come under the category of management. What is their responsibility in a quality system? So they need to mobilize the resources required, all the cost, all the money, material, machinery required for the project. They should mobilize, and there should be clear responsibility for all the personnel in the organization. Many times it so happens that responsibilities are not clearly defined. So that will not result in quality work. Quality work. That's what even I also tell many times. If while going out, if I tell somebody switch off the light and switch off the fan in general, we are not sure that the people will, the students will switch off the fan or switch off the light. But if I tell somebody, right, specifically, so it is assured. So there should be clear responsibility for the personnel. It is the management responsibility, and they should manage the verification functions. Periodically they should verify whether things are moving in the right direction, the right way. It is their responsibility. And lines of reporting in the organization also should be clear, right? The people should not have many reporting managers, right? Or a manager should not have many uh, supervisors below him. So the lines of reporting also should be very clear. So suppose as a supervisor, whom should I report, right? Whom, it is not that I should report each and everyone in the organization. It's not possible. So lines of reporting should be made clear by the management. Quality control of non-conforming product, it is and review and updating is again the management responsibility. And then quality system. So the suppliers shall establish documents, maintain a quality system including quality plans, manuals and procedures. So the, if you say there is a quality system in the organization, that means you should have good documentation, you should have a quality plan, you should have quality manual, and you should have a set procedure. So all, there should be a process, it should not be in the air. So there should, and it should be known to all, and it should be in the public domain of the organization, within the organization. So there should be a good quality system. If there is no quality system, if there is no process, defined process, no quality plans, no manuals and no set procedure, then we cannot expect the quality system in the organization. Number 3, contract review. The supplier shall establish and maintain procedures for contract review to ascertain that the requirements are adequately specified and understood. So always, for every purchase, for every supply, always there will be a contract agreement. So there should be scope for review of the contract, so that the requirements, I mean, to ascertain the requirements are adequately understood or specified. So the supplier should establish the procedures, maintain procedures for contract review. Contract review. Then comes the document and data control. Again, the supplier shall establish, maintain, document procedures to control all documents and data. All the people, especially the executor, the contractor, should should have all the documents. He should maintain all the documents, all the procedures, and and data, so that the tracing will be easy. Then purchasing. Suppliers shall establish and maintain all the documents the uh, to ensure the purchased product conforms to the specified requirements, and evaluation of subcontractors, maintenance of purchasing data, and verification of the purchased product also should be there in the purchasing. So means to say, whether it is supplier or the purchaser, all should have the set procedure and they should maintain the documents which should convey that the products uh, are meeting the specified requirements, and they should have all the documents for the selection of subcontractors and such things. So it is not that um, you can just select a subcontractor without pre-qualifying him. So how do you selected him? How do you evaluated your subcontractor? All those documents should be there and they need to be verified. So the project generates huge documents, huge papers. And if you ask someone in the project, I want the test reports of so and so chainage which was constructed last year in the month of April. If that is the question, the document manager, the HR department should not take more time in tracing the document and giving that document whoever asked for verifications or for whatsoever. So if the documents are not clearly identified, and tracing will be difficult. Of course, documentation is important, and in this documentation, identification and traceability is very, very important. Otherwise, even if document is there, it, many times it takes lot of time and tracing becomes very, very difficult. So product identification and traceability are important. Then comes the process control. The supplier shall identify and plan the production, installation, and the process that directly affect the quality. So the contractor or whoever, he should identify how he is constructing, how he is installing, how he is processing, so that he gets good quality. So there should be a defined process control, and you should define how the production is carried out, what kind of equipments you uses, and how these are meeting the specified standards or codal requirement. So that should be there. Monitoring, control, and approval process and workman should be the part of the process control. Then comes inspection and testing. There should, establishing and maintaining the documented procedure for inspection and testing of all the activities in order to verify that the specified requirements of for the products are met is an important aspect, an important activity that is always carried out. So incoming product not to be used prior to inspection and testing. So any material that is incoming to the project site should not be allowed, should not be used in the production or in the process unless the testing and approval is over. Exceptional cases, suppose there is urgent, we cannot wait till testing and confirmation is done. In exceptional cases, it can be identified and recorded. So inspection and testing are carried out as per the quality plan of the organization and documented procedure. So there should be evidence of the conformance of the finished product, here our road, to the specified requirement. That should be evidence that whatever the road that we have constructed, the process that we carried out meets the defined requirements, specified requirements. And there should be records which identify the inspection authority responsible for release of the product. Then comes control of inspection, measuring and testing equipments. There should be documented procedure to control, calibrate, maintain inspection, measuring and testing equipment to be established and maintained. So any machineries, materials that we use, we should ensure they are all calibrated and they are all regularly inspected. So these equipments should be kept in good conditions and they need to be calibrated at a specified frequency as per the contract agreement or as per the requirements. So I was telling the control of non-conforming products is very, very important. Whatever be the control, the quality control measures that we take during construction, during the process of production, but still some non-conforming products do pop up. So we need to have a procedure, for non-conforming products, and that should be documented. Let's say we have constructed some layer or we have designed some mix not meeting the requirements. It's not that we can always record done this mix design, this layer not meeting the requirement. So that can be recorded and subsequently action can be taken to rectify that. So for reworking to meet the specifications, and there should be tag that accepted with or without repair with concession. So there should be procedure for accepting the product without repair or with repair. So that should be clearly defined. So if you look at the industry, construction industry, road construction industry, I have not rarely seen the control of non-conforming products. If you look at their documents, all their documents tell that everything went as per the specification process. No product with substandard is produced. So that is highly impossible. Highly impossible. It can happen, but there should be document. There should be process for the control of non-conforming products. So quality control, end of the day, why it is required? What is the need? It is the essential part of any production process, construction process. Highway construction is not an exception. And quality control is important for ensuring quality and for creating durable national assets. Savings in vehicle operation costs and level of service are the benefits we get because of the quality control. We also get favorable public reaction and opinion. We are appreciated if if there is a quality control which results in good product. And quality control results in more economical utilization of materials, and we also get economical return. So hence quality control is essential. So advantages of quality control: improved quality, uniform product, economic utilization of materials, reduction in the user cost. How much we are spending for quality control? Just a fraction of very negligible cost that we spend on the quality control. So look at the benefits we get, right? The economic return will be 5 to 10% of the total cost we are likely to get. So there should be 3 strategies for the quality control. and quality assurance. Number one, strategy number one. So specify the acceptable materials for construction, outlining various tests required for the acceptance of these materials. The second strategy is define various design criteria, sound engineering practices for guiding the designers to arrive at appropriate solutions. And strategy number three is workmanships and other aspects of construction which ensure good design intents all to be here. So all these three strategies should be there to have a good product which meets the road users. To have all this, to have a better quality control in any organization, number one, there should be provision for quality control in construction, in specification, in estimates. There should be adequately trained staff, adequate equipment, and periodic appraisal of this quality control data is very, very important. So when this data is analyzed, look, we learn many things so that if there are any mistakes, we don't repeat them in the subsequent actions. And updating the knowledge is very, very important for quality control. So what do we do in the quality control of highways construction? We control the materials, we have a set defined procedure, and we have the frequency of tests and the extent of testing, and we have the acceptance criteria, and there is which equipment to be used, what calibration is required, frequency of calibration, all there, and recording of test results and training of quality controls, all these to be there for a quality control in a highway construction. All should be there, all should be there. If you're talking about quality control, that means all, for all this there is a set defined process and documentation. So in general, if you look at the roadworks, all materials adopted should be as per specification. Contractor should have the field laboratory manned by a qualified engineer. Contractor should carry out all the tests as per the frequency stipulated. In case of absence of clear indication, instruction of the engineer in charge to be followed, and contractor to provide all necessary help for carrying out tests. Subsequent layers after obtaining permission from the engineer only to be started. Any rectification to be done should be at the contractor's cost. Cost of laboratory, water, electricity, sanitary services are always deemed to be incidental to the work. No extra payment is given for the same. If there is any separate item in the bill of quantities, then payment to be made. Testing samples are to be supplied at the contractor's cost. Cement, bitumen, steel, all these tests are to be carried out and all to be approved before construction. Defective materials which are not conforming to the specification should always be removed from the site immediately. The materials which can be rectified, uh, which are rectified subsequently, not to be used in the work without the written approval. Imported materials to be furnished at the time of tenders, and these materials should conform to the relevant specs if not covered in the tender document. Thank you.